feels so good to be home.
All of my friends say.
In our last episode, we managed to go buy a boat and sail her the 110 nautical miles home to Cambridge on the Choptank River. This was our longest trip ever, and it really only made us want to get out cruising even more.
'Cause I love you, baby. I can't let you
But as much as we love sailing and traveling to all these new places, there's also something quite special about taking the afternoon off and relaxing at the dock.
I've been looking
Thank you guys for being here for another one. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Enjoy.
I googled what they were, and they just looked delicious, and I just... something called tostadas, like a tar, basically like tacos.
It smells really good.
Just don't look at the Barbie avocado. I don't know what I did.
It's gotta be some other kind of avocado.
I realized I passed.
That's not right.
Yeah. Next time, butter boys.
Good?
Time.
We enjoyed the rest of our meal with a guest, and this heron actually loves hanging out with us on most evenings. As we were just getting ready to leave, this awesome looking gust front rolled in. For anyone wondering, a gust front is a leading edge of a storm that's created by unstable weather conditions. When a strong downdraft occurs during a thunderstorm, the air that's blown out the underside of the storm will spread out in all directions, and if it's strong enough, can create this crazy looking cloud. The Chesapeake Bay is notorious for these severe thunderstorms in the summertime. It's generally a good idea to head for cover when you see one of these headed your way, and since we were already in the harbor, we were safe and sound. And then, just like that, it was time to head to the boatyard. So we did something we wouldn't recommend to anyone else looking to buy a boat. We actually bought ours without a complete survey. This is generally a huge no-no in the boating world, and something we wouldn't have done if not for having such transparent previous owners, and we also had a partial survey done. Still though, it was a risk we took, and we were about to find out if it paid off. Seeing the bottom for the first time was going to either ease my nerves or send me straight into a panic depending on what we found. We were both hopeful though. A partial survey or a marine insurance survey is actually just like a full survey minus having the boat hauled out and tapped on by the surveyor. Now this is a huge risk, and something that we recommend everyone do is to get their boat fully surveyed when they're looking to buy one. We had different circumstances here, so we felt comfortable, and with my knowledge in boat work, fiberglass work, engine work, we felt pretty comfortable in what we were getting involved with. So yeah, full disclosure, if you're gonna be buying a boat, please get a full survey. We do not recommend doing what we did. One red flag that I had when we first bought this boat was that the previous owner told us that there had been a previous interested buyer in the boat that was actually turned away by the full survey because the other surveyor said they found a crack in the keel. We just paid for this whole boat on us being told that it wasn't in fact a crack in the lead and we were going to be able to repair it. And this is the moment of truth. This is where I was going to find out, is this something that is going to be a huge headache and possibly a total deal breaker on this boat that we've already bought? Or is this going to be something that I can fix and it's not a big deal and we can just go on about our day? We also feel pretty lucky that we have a marina so close by that can haul us out and we don't have to travel all that far. This marina has always been great to us and they have a highly skilled group of people working here. They've been around for several decades and we feel super lucky to have them nearby. So if you are in the area, Generation 3 Marina in Cambridge, they're fantastic. So it is another day in the boatyard today. I have some interesting news, and we kind of knew that this was coming, but we weren't sure exactly what it was going to be. This boat has a massive lead keel, so if there's a crack in it, it would have to have hit the ground pretty hard and pretty fast. And that definitely had me worried. He said there's a fiberglass fairing that comes off the back of the keel and kind of makes it like straight coming off. It brings it to a point, and he is right. And he said that the crack that the surveyor found is not actually in the keel. I guess it's on the keel, but it's not the lead part. It's where the fiberglass meets the lead. It's on the port side of the boat. It's about 5 or 6 inches long. I'm going to go ahead and sand away all the ablative paint and any sort of barrier coat that's underneath so I can see the lead and I can also see the fiberglass, so that when the fiberglass that I ordered comes in, I can go ahead and put a piece of glass on there and fix this whole issue and be done with it. When we bought the boat, the surveyor pointed out an area inside the hull at the stern near the rudder where there was some standing water near 4 large stainless bolts. While the boat wasn't sinking at the slip, this still was very concerning. While out on our sea trial with the previous owners, this area let in even more water, to the point of needing to check the bilge a few times while out for just a couple of hours. It became clear that it would have to be dealt with as soon as possible. The issue is the caulking job done years ago had begun to fail and was seeping water at the pintle plate. This is a plate that helps support the rudder by giving it a pivot point that is through bolted to the hull. There is a plate with a bushing that supports the rudder that sits on the outside of the hull, which is then through bolted and secured by a backing plate on the inside of the hull. This of course leaves behind an area that needs to be watched to make sure it is not leaking.
What is this, foam? Is this just foam? No, this is... What is this?
I don't know, it's some little block thing that goes under the pintle plate.
Easy.
Other way, I think.
Was it the other way?
Yeah.
Maybe it was like this. No, I don't know. Show chiseled this, which only took like a minute.
Yeah, it was
Chiseled
like
this away and
sealed with
there's a bunch
sealant, right?
Yeah. Barnacles, I guess. Even though it really does look like an oyster.
Yeah.
An oyster shell. So hopefully we'll be sealing this up.
All right, so what do you have to do now?
I don't know, you told me, Captain.
We're gonna prep this surface, right?
Is this
for new sealant.
Still, I can't tell. So am I just like sanding this down and making it smooth?
Yeah, it's pretty smooth already. Looks like you've already gotten a lot off.
This looks pretty rough. And this does too, because aren't we trying to seal this so it doesn't leak?
After getting it all cleaned up, it was time to get the pintle plate off, the bolts out, and time to get to the bottom of this. I feel good because the nuts came off really easily.
Good.
I
was gonna say I didn't feel any. Really easy. Yeah, I didn't even have to hold any pressure or anything.
Yeah, it's not rusted or anything. It's just really greasy and stuff for some reason down there. So this is where I've been living. We have a water heater here, and I've been all the way in the back of the boat. This is the plate that's been leaking. You can see all the nasty kind of, I don't know, green and brown stuff. That's like grease, or it's like sealant that turned to grease maybe with salt water over time. But we are about to, we got all the nuts off of those bolts. It's actually surprisingly easy, and now we're going to take a hammer, knock them loose, pull the plates off, clean everything up, and apply some 3M 4200 is what we're going with. And hopefully we don't have a leak here anymore. You can see kind of how water's been sitting back here. And it just, I don't know, the grease has a really bad smell, and we're just kind of tired of having this little leak, so. It's really hot down here, no air moving. Whoa! Disco.
Right?
Give everybody a seizure.
I'm glad you're filming, because in that way I learn too. I'm like, ah!
Yeah, I can talk to everyone about it. Can you hand me the hammer? So we popped the bolts out super easily. Then we scraped off the old sealant, prepped the surfaces with sandpaper and acetone, then slapped the plate back on with some new sealant, hopefully not to leak for a long time. Finished product. So we are in the water now. I started up, a couple little bursts of water come out of the exhaust, and then like nothing, like little squirts kind of. Just when we thought.
I know. We were all done.
Yeah.
Thanks for now.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for all the positivity, all the comments, all of the likes. It has been absolutely incredible and quite shocking for the both of us.
Yeah, I don't think either of us really were expecting that on our first longer episode. And we really do appreciate reading all the comments, and it's just really cool, and it gives us motivation to keep going and to keep showing you guys what we're doing and taking with us, so that it helps a lot. So if you're watching and you're sticking along, keep liking, commenting. We like hearing from you guys.
Yeah, thank you. First video we posted, we really only had maybe 20 views, and we were just sharing it with our family and friends. So the second video that was posted, I was absolutely floored and shocked and a little bit nervous, getting all just the floods of different comments from not only people from the country but from different parts of the world. It's just, it means a lot to have so much support and so much positivity
and a great community to be a part of. So
Yeah.
Thank you guys again.
Thank you. Cheers.